Hello everyone, my name is Rossella Roma and today I'm going to talk about my thesis, I diritti umani in Russia, analisi della questione dei diritti umani tramite uno studio della storia e della società. History is a crucial instrument to understand current society. In the first chapter, I provided a brief overview of Russian history starting from the fall of Tsarism and the October Revolution. Then I examined the years of Stalinist terror in order to lay the groundwork for an in-depth analysis of the birth, development and fall of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. At the end, the years of Boris Yeltsin's government first and his successor and current Russian Federation President Vladimir Putin have been analyzed. Human rights are the rights a person has only due to his or her belonging to humankind. The modern idea of human rights dates back to 1948, when, after World War II, the United Nations adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This declaration was conceived as an instrument to safeguard the fundamental rights, freedom, and dignity of each individual. The protection of those rights must be guaranteed regardless of the country. This means that it does not concern only the member states. The European Court of Human Rights is an independent institutional body created in 1959 by the European Convention on Human Rights in order to safeguard and enforce human rights. Even if it is located in Strasbourg, it is not an institutional body belonging to the European Union. If a citizen or a state may believe that one or more articles of the Declaration have been violated, after the exhaustion of all legal remedies, they could submit an application to the court. Half of the violations denounced concern the Article 6 of the Declaration, the right to a fair trial, and more than half of the sentences concern 4 states out of 47, Turkey, France, Russia, and Italy. One of the most useful instruments in order to monitor the respect of human rights is the annual Amnesty International's report. The report on Russia for the 2017-2018 highlighted that more than 1,600 people have been arrested since they have exercised their right to demonstrate peacefully. Domestic violence has been downgraded to regulatory offense and from now on it will be considered a crime only if the offender had already been convicted for the same reason or if he or she has caused serious physical harm. In order to combat Islamic terrorism, the government has enacted an anti-proselytism law, which stipulates that Russian citizens must apply for special permission from the government through a registered religious organization in order to profess their beliefs. In 2013, the Russian parliament extended the regional ban on homosexual propaganda to the whole Russia. The definition of propaganda, vaguely defined, allows to punish with fines up to 15,000 euros those who do not respect the ban. In addition, events, demonstrations, and even concerts considered at risk of gay propaganda are banned. If I presented my thesis in Russia, I would run the risk of being arrested or at least fined, because in the country it is a crime to speak in public about the rights of homosexuals. Pussy Riot is a Russian punk rock group comprised of 8 members. In January 2012, in the famous Red Square in Moscow, the group emerged from the crowd and started shouting anti-Putin slogans. In March of the same year, 5 of them entered the Cathedral of Christ the Savior in Moscow, where they sang a blasphemous song about the Orthodox Church and the President. They were immediately arrested and the video of their performance posted on YouTube was banned from the internet for incitement to hatred. 2 of them were sentenced to 2 years imprisonment in a war camp, while the third filed a complaint at the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg to denounce the abuse she had suffered at the hands of the Russian authorities while in custody. She affirmed that in some cases she had not received their meals and was not allowed to sleep. On July 2018, the court ruled in her favor. With the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, no law against gender-based discrimination has been enacted. Homosexuality was removed from the list of mental and behavioral disorders in the Russian Federation only in 1999. In 2013, the Duma approved the worldwide known gay propaganda law. Unfortunately, Russia is not the only Eurasian country against the recognition of the LGBT community's rights. In 2017, the weekly newspaper Novaya Gazeta published an exposé on concentration camps for homosexual people in Chechnya. Some former military barracks had been converted into prison camps aimed at correcting a sexual orientation considered untraditional or suspect. According to the newspaper, at least 3 people had died in the camps. The Chechen Ministry of Foreign Affairs played down the question, and the Chechen president even denied the existence of gay men in the country. On the 23rd of July 2019, Yelena Grigorieva, well-known activist for the LGBT community's rights, was killed in St. Petersburg. The name of the activist appeared with others on the website So, which incited people to attack homosexuals and those who defended them. Anna Stefanova Politkovskaya was a Soviet journalist, reporter, and writer. She became world famous thanks to more than 200 articles published to denounce the war crimes committed during the war in Chechnya. She received many awards, including Amnesty International's Global Award for Human Rights Journalism in 2001 and the International Tiziano Terzani Award in 2007. In her articles, she directly attacked the Russian President Vladimir Putin and the Chechen Minister President Ahmad Kadyrov and his son and successor Ramzan. It is estimated that there were 300,000 displaced persons in the country and that there were 5,000 forced disappearances. According to the Amnesty International's 2001 report, the Russians have indiscriminately bombed the civilian areas. Hundreds of prisoners of war have been executed. Journalists and control bodies have failed to obtain the necessary permits to visit the country. In addition, in 2001, the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum listed Chechnya as a genocide. On the 7th of October 2006, Anna Politkovskaya was murdered in the lift of her apartment building. With her died the last real voice that had dealt with the war in Chechnya. Her aim was to bring back all the horrors she witnessed in the war, with a transparency that does still not belong to the Russian government.